If you're a towing business already running Google Ads but want to take things to the next level, then this video is for you. I'm going to share the powerful strategies you can use to scale your campaigns and get more phone calls and still keep the quality of those phone calls high. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you're a towing business and want to scale your Google Ads campaigns, in this video we're going to talk about what steps you can take if you want to receive more number of phone calls by using Google Ads, and what steps towing companies should take to scale their business without increasing their cost per phone call too much. So this is one of our example accounts, and this is a local service business like a towing service businesses, and their goal is also to generate as many phone calls as possible. And this is the last 2 weeks data, as we can see. And these calls are mostly directly coming from ads, and these conversions can include these phone calls as well as phone calls happening from the website. So these conversions can be phone call button clicks happening from the website, and they're going to be recorded as a conversion. And also they can include form submissions, and form submissions are very few. The main goal of this business is to generate as many phone calls as possible from Google Ads. And you can see other metrics. The cost for the last 2 weeks is this much, and the cost per conversion is around $31. And how we can scale the campaigns, especially local service business campaigns like towing service businesses. And before doing everything, you need to make sure that you are profitable from running Google Ads. So that's why our first step is nail the basics first. Make sure that your campaigns are profitable, and you should see each campaign's cost per conversion data. For example, if you're gonna go to the campaigns and see the last 2 weeks data, you can see, for example, their cost per conversion and how many conversions we're getting from these campaigns. You can scroll down and we can see those data. And you need to make sure that the campaign is profitable. A quick reminder, want me to personally review your Google Ads account for free and record a short video with my findings? Click the link in the description below to request your free audit, and no commitment required. I'll personally review your account and send you the audit in a video format. So don't miss out and request it now. And the second thing is your conversion data should be accurate. So these conversion numbers should be accurate. They should be recording phone call related conversions. And as I told, our goal is to record phone call related conversions. And some of these conversions can be form submissions, but they're very few. But most of the conversions we're getting, let's say 90 to 95, even more than 95%, are related to phone calls. So your conversion tracking should be accurate. And those conversions or your phone calls should be high quality phone calls. And try to limit the number of spam phone calls as low as possible. So some businesses may receive spam phone calls and their conversion data may not be that accurate, for example. Try to limit the number of those spam phone calls and try to have the higher quality phone calls. Because for some campaigns, let's say Performance Max campaigns, you can have hundreds of phone calls, but let's say more than 70% of those phone calls or more than 80% of those phone calls can be spam, which means your conversion data can be actually 2 to 3 times or even 4 or 5 times lower than the actual numbers. So try to limit the number of spam phone calls, and those number of conversions should be close to real number of phone calls. And then you can consider scaling your Google Ads campaigns. So once you've considered it, you're gonna scale your Google Ads campaigns. The first step would be to increase your budget. So with this account, we have tried to scale our campaigns several times. The first step would be to increase your budget. So let's say some of the campaigns are performing better. We try to increase the budget. That is the first way you can take, if the campaign is profitable, of course. You can try to increase the budget, and if the keywords are not limited by search volume, they can give you more and more number of conversions, and you can get more number of higher quality conversions like you were getting in the past. And let's say once you've increased your budget, you can get more number of conversions, and once you've done that step, you can take another step, which is increasing bid limits. If you are using manual CPC or maximize clicks, you can increase your bid limits for certain selected keywords. So for example, these campaigns are using manual CPC. I tried to use maximize conversions as well, but manual CPC brought us conversions with better cost per conversion. So I like the manual CPC in this industry better than maximize conversions. So if you're using manual CPC, try to increase the bid limit of certain keywords. And you can give more chance to the keywords which have been performing efficiently and were bringing more number of high quality conversions, and those conversions should be profitable with those keywords, and you can give more chance to those kind of keywords, and you can analyze certain keywords and reduce those limits with underperformers, and that should help to get more number of clicks with the highest efficient keyword. And the next step, or the other option, if you are using other type of bid strategy, is using maximize conversions with a different target cost per acquisition limit. So let's imagine you were using maximize conversions. If you were using maximize conversions and your target cost per acquisition limit were, let's say, we're having around $30 cost per acquisition or $31 cost per acquisition, and you were putting your target cost per acquisition limit around $31 if you were using maximize conversions bid strategy, and you can increase that limit slightly. For example, let's say you would be making it like $33 or $35, and that can give you more number of conversions, but try to make sure that you are still profitable even if you get more number of conversions with higher cost per acquisition or higher cost per phone call. If you are still profitable, you can increase your bid limit if you are using target cost per acquisition bid strategy. So that can help as well to bring in more number of conversions with less limits, and you can still get profitable. And the next option would be to target nearby locations. So let's say we're going to go to one of our campaigns and go to the campaign and go to the location section. And let's say we're targeting these locations and you're serving these areas, as you can see from here. And let's imagine you're serving these areas, and if you want to expand your business, you can target also nearby locations which you can serve, and that can also get clicks from other locations, and the search volume can be a little bit higher. So if you don't want to target this big city, for example, you can go here and target certain zip codes, but they should be very nearby. For example, you can also serve these areas, and that can also help you increase the search volume of those target keywords. So let's say you can expand your business by targeting nearby locations by adding certain zip codes at around here, let's say, but this location is obviously big, but I'm giving you as an example. And you can add nearby locations, and those locations can bring you more number of clicks, and that can help you expand your business without increasing the cost per phone call. Because of the previous options, there might be a chance you can increase the cost per phone call you're getting, but with these options, you may not increase your cost per phone call because you're targeting the nearby locations, and your bid limit settings might be the same, and you can get conversions at around the same level of cost per conversion. And the next thing in our list is to use phrase or even broad match keywords. So if you're going to go to Keyword Planner by going to Tools and under Planning, we can go to Keyword Planner and we're going to click on Discover New Keywords. And once we are here, we can put our target keyword, electricians near me, and we're going to click on Get Results. Let's imagine these are our target keywords, and we're going to select 5 keywords. And previously, we would be using them as exact match or phrase match. But after a certain time, if you want to keep that specific cost per conversion or specific cost per phone call, you might not have enough search volume. Google may not be able to find your enough number of those search terms that can meet your cost per phone call criteria. So that's why we can expand those keywords by targeting their phrase match type of versions if you are not already targeting their phrase match versions, or even you can target their broad match versions. But you should be very careful that your broad or match types should not be bringing lots of irrelevant or competitive terms. There is a chance, an even bigger chance, you may get those kind of irrelevant clicks, but if you can control them, you can even get cheaper cost per click, and you can get more number of conversions with this strategy. So if you want to scale your campaigns and you want to bring in as many similar type of search terms as possible to your campaigns, you can add more and more phrase match keywords if you haven't added them already. And you can also consider adding broad match type of keywords, and you can add those keywords as a test. You can see whether they are bringing some conversions and whether those conversions are high quality. You can run them as a test, and if this test is successful, you can keep running these campaigns, and you can even increase the budgets of those campaigns over time, and they can help you expand your business and even help you increase your brand awareness in your target location. And the next thing in our list is related to the previous strategies. So whatever strategy you are using, you should be okay to increase the cost per phone call or cost per conversion you are getting, as long as you are in the still profitable range. So let's say you have added your broad match type of keywords, you have increased the bid limits, or you have increased your budgets, and you should be okay for the cost per phone calls or cost per conversions to increase slightly. And you should monitor them regularly so that their cost per conversion or cost per phone call has not exceeded so much and you have started to get unprofitable. You should monitor that and you should be in the profitable range. And if you are profitable, you should be okay if the cost per phone call or cost per conversion increases. Because sometimes if you want to scale, the numbers can be slightly more expensive. And the last thing in our list is to add as many keywords as possible from your search terms report. So you can go to campaigns, and on the insights and reports, you can go to search terms. And let's say after you've generated some data, and let's say after you have run it for like 30 days or 60 days, you have good number of conversion data. You have seen that consistently certain number of keywords are bringing in more number of keywords with a cheaper cost per conversion. And those keywords may not even be added. You can find those kind of keywords, but make sure that those keywords are generating enough number of conversions. So you cannot add keywords confidently if they have generated, let's say, one conversion or two conversions. You need to make sure that certain keywords are bringing in more conversions and they're statistically significant, which means they have brought already several number of conversions and they've proven themselves that they are better keywords compared to other keywords. And you can add those kind of keywords as your target keyword. And in the future, there is a high chance that if you create very customized campaigns or ad groups based on those keywords, you can keep getting higher quality conversions or phone calls from those kind of keywords from your search terms report. So guys, these are some of the strategies of scaling your Google Ads campaigns for your towing business. Again, if you guys want me to personally audit your Google Ads account and send you that audit in a video format for free, you can click the link in the description below. Or if you guys want me to generate phone calls to your towing business by using Google Ads, you can also contact me by clicking the link in the description below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video and see you guys in my other videos.